Guys, in today's video, I want to give you a very quick breakdown of President Trump's new big and beautiful bill that just passed the Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate. Both of those houses contributed to the passing of this bill, which after being signed would now officially become an act of Congress. Now, this breakdown I'm going to give you is focusing specifically on the question of immigration. And if you have been following the politics of the United States of America, especially so far as the Republicans are concerned, because they're the ones in power, you will note that President Donald Trump promised his party members that he was going to follow through with massive deportation, because that was a campaign promise. And if we look at the passing of this big and beautiful bill that they just passed, it's very clear that the current administration is serious about deportation. So let me quickly walk you through what this bill is proposing to do. And they hope that they will be able to be given resources from the US government, from the federal government, to be able to go through with this. One of the things that is outstanding, guys, is that the Republicans, through this bill, have requested for $45 billion for detention centers, to allow them to put up more detention centers. And they're also asking for another $30 billion for staffing related issues, to enable them to hire more customs, immigration and customs enforcement officers. Those are the guys who come and arrest you and get you detention. More personnel, more transport, maybe like be able to purchase probably like more buses, more vehicles, whatever, and also being able to maintain this facility. So very large amounts of US dollars that are being proposed to ensure that they are able to, the US government through ICE and USCIS, they are able to identify, arrest, and detain, then deport individuals living in the United States of America without the proper documentation. And so, guys, the amount of money that is being put aside, or that they are requesting to put aside for this, is just what makes you know this is not a joke. This is serious. Okay, and then I kind of just want to also share with you something else that I have noted in this bill that was passed. In fact, let me just read for you what the CNN announced earlier. They said the bill would also create an increase in fees for immigrants applying for asylum, work authorization, humanitarian parole, and temporary protected status, that is TPS. So I kind of did my own research further and went to see how much they're going to be charging for what services. Okay, so if you just give me a minute, I can run you through this. So if you are applying for asylum, say you are already in the United States of America and have put in an application to be considered for asylum, this is how much they're going to charge you. They'll charge you $100 for seeking asylum. And if your case continues to be like pending over time, like maybe a year passes by, a second year begins, you'll keep on paying $100 every year until your case is cleared. Then they're going to be also charging another fee for immigrants who are granted temporary entry into the US. I think this is going to be through humanitarian parole, or I think it's the TPS. They're going to charge $1,000. Mind you, people who are seeking humanitarian parole to come into the United States because they are maybe fleeing their country to come here, these are individuals who likely don't even have that type of money, and you're going to be asked to pay $1,000 for the application. So if you, so far, just based on what I have seen so far, it's almost like the bill is a deterrent for anyone that's thinking about coming to the United States of America. Yeah. And then for anybody that is traveling from outside the US to the United States of America, if you do not have the right paperwork and you are caught trying to enter illegally through the port of entry, if you're caught trying to enter into the US, maybe through deception, you're trying to find your way into the US illegally, you will be charged $5,000 US. For immigrants who have been arrested and after being ordered removed. So for example, you may have been asked to leave the United States of America and never left, and then get arrested by an ICE officer. Now you'll be charged $5,000. That's the fine for being caught still in the US after you were asked to leave. Can you see, guys, how serious things are? Things are not a joke anymore. Then they also have new fees for migrants whose status is changed by a judge, or like if you appeal, if maybe you went to court and a judge made a decision concerning your immigration status, and then you wanted to appeal that judgment. Now they're going to charge you. Before you paid $110. Now the new fee is going to be $900 US. Yeah. So those are some of the changes that we are seeing in this big, beautiful bill from the Republicans. And guys, if I may just do a little bit of interpretation, for me, just reading through what has been published in the bill, and also what the news media here in the US are reporting, it's very, very clear that the Republicans are doing everything possible to make sure that if you are in the United States of America and you don't have the right documentation, they will find a way to identify you, arrest you, detain you, and then deport you. And if you are outside of the US trying to come here, they're also making sure to pass laws that will prevent you from coming, even if you have the right paperwork. So for example, I don't know if it was a month ago that President Donald Trump issued an executive order where he was issuing a travel ban for certain countries, some of those countries in Africa, in the Africa region. So if people that were coming from those regions or were hoping to come from those regions, the people that had already secured their visas, those are okay. But moving forward, those that haven't already gotten their visas from those countries that are on the travel ban, now they'll not be able to come to the United States of America. So you see, guys, based on just the little bit of research I have done so far, it just seems to me that the Republicans are not very keen to see any increase in migrants to the US, regardless of whether you have the right documentation or not.